Hi guys, how are you doing? You okay? I was walking on this road here, me and my shadow T-shads. Yeah, I'm walking along here. It's cool, but car park here on one side here. Yeah, you wouldn't want to lay on that close, but you wouldn't want to lay on that ground there buck naked. You'd be cooked to it. The sun is beating down. I can't wait for one of these days when we get a heavy storm. I remember walking up and down here. Don't you remember when I was walking in the snow, the heavy snow? In fact, I don't think I walked up this way, did I? Or in a different way, I think. Yeah, I might have walked down here a bit. Very hot. These elephants' asses are fucking baking. Elephants' backs and asses are baking. Got more on the other side there. They're cooking these elephants' asses. That's in the sun. I'm walking on this road, okay? Yeah, it's all nonsense. Reality is the truth, okay? Reality is the truth. I'm trying to hold the phone out a bit further. So recently, I've been working out, doing my exercise, as usual. Yeah, I know how we do. But I've been just taking it more simple recently and, focusing on some basics. And to be honest with you, it's the best way to go. And I feel actually pretty healthy and fit in terms of my martial arts and stuff. Sometimes I force myself to do some crazy workouts, but I think what I've got to do is work on just the basics and then gradually try to bring other things in, like stance work and other things here and there, and other stuff, just as I can, Can't, because if you need to listen to your body sometimes. See what's right for you. As long as you keep yourself basically healthy and fit, that's the main thing. And living up to the way of, honesty, real deal, the truth, the way of the Tao, as I say, which is what I try and live, too, as the best I can. It's funny, right? I always have trouble with this. I always look at myself. I always look into myself and I see, when I look at myself, about the way of the Tao, which I always talk about and, speak of in my videos, yin and yang, the balance of yin and yang, the Tao, right? The way of truth and nature. And I always talk about this, about, and controlling oneself, not getting too emotional or whatever, not getting too, stressed out, distracted from peace within, right? I always talk to you about that. I'm talking to you now, how many videos, many years talking to you about the Tao, allows us to speak still, yin and yang. And what I'm saying is, this is the thing, see? It's a constant flow. So you can't attain perfection. That's the thing you need to remember. Sometimes if you're looking at yourself like there's problems, you're trying to do better and better. Again, it's like too much yin or too much yang. So this is what Lao was saying. He said, one word is too much. So one step. So he's not saying be lazy, like sleep all day or exercise all day. There has to be a balance. We're not saying do it in a low 5-minute Tai Chi. We're not saying it's your whole life. I was talking like 24 hours living exercise, but you don't live one step behind yourself or one step ahead of yourself. The center. Sometimes you're wrestling with things, trying to balance things. You don't fight. You don't try to balance this or that. Where is the yin, where's the yang? It's not. It's just, you respect yourself. You feel. You don't think. You just literally feel. Breathe. Yeah. Live naturally in the way of nature. It's not like rigid. It's not rigid. There's always a path behind. And there was a path ahead. See? That's what I'm saying. It's about the truth of things. There's always more, inward and outward in relation, in comparison, however you want to look at it. Big and small, yeah. That's why Lao Tzu said it. Lao Tzu said, man, heaven and earth. That's what he said. In the Tao Te Ching very clearly. Man, heaven and earth. That's what he said. It's all, that's what it is. It's not, you can't have, as high as you go, you can't have less low. How high up you go, how low there is too. You say how forward, how much back. So it's always even. You can't escape the truth. So number one, it's always in control. You can't escape the truth. It's there. It's just you can't you're not going to fall back and fail. You can't fail. You cannot fail and lose with that. It's not just an idea. It's not just you think you can make it work sometimes. No. It is always a winning thing to fall back on. It's there. You just need to see it and accept it, rather than reject it and keep hitting yourself. That's the first thing. But the other thing is with it, it's the other thing I want to say is so when I'm looking at myself, sometimes I look at myself and I think, shit, I'm not doing good enough because I lost my temper the other day or something happened, I'm a bit stressed out. And I don't want to make excuses for it and just say it's okay. But the truth is, it's a natural thing and it's about learning. It's almost like saying, some people are religious and they believe there's a God and God's perfect. And then they believe you are here as a human and you're always going to make mistakes. You're never going to be on his level, but on God's level, right? But you just try to keep working upon things and that's the right thing to do. And you just accept you're a humble human being, you're not God. It's the same thing with the Tao. It's like, the Tao is the truth, that the truth is the truth, right? And it's always perfect, it's always perfect. But what you do is you learn from it. Your whole life journey is about learning from it. Different people are at different points in their lives right now. You might see on the road learning, whether they like it or not. The truth is always there and they learn from some things. It's being revealed to them. Certain areas of their life, things that we may not experience or see in our lifetime, but different things. So you say everybody's Tao and everybody's Yin Yang is different. Their experience, their book of life, and the way they learn and see things and whatever. That's the point. But it's for us, for individuals like myself or you looking at yourself, you got to look at your life and what it's all about, what it's all what it entails. But what the real way to really know is to understand your mind and body first, understand the real truth, your health, before any of that fake stuff, before any of that society, social construct, system, money and all that. It's nothing. It's really, 就那个学校，对，近，但是回来吃饭，对，小孩，回来吃饭。Talking to the guard there, okay? Talking to the guard, he just asked me what I'm doing. I said, that guard there just asked me what I do. I said, where do you work? I said, just work at that school over there. He said, what are you doing? He said, you teaching? I said, yeah, just teaching the kids, yeah. So it's near to him. But, the thing is, I'm sweating hot, I really am, I'm burning hot. But I'm going to finish this video now by just saying, you just look at nature, what's real. The society, all that stuff, that's not real. The system, you have to look at what's really real, the truth, and listen to the health of what's bringing you health too. Thanks for watching.